Michael Waldron, who wrote Multiverse Madness and was the showrunner and writer on Loki, is set to write Avengers Secret Wars. I believe Dustin Daniel Crenton, or who I forget his name, is directing it, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that at one point. Yes. But yeah, Michael Waldron set to write. People are mad at him for writing Multiverse of Madness because it says Illumawati, but I think he's a good writer.
Did he write some of the Rick and Morty episodes? Is that the same guy?
Yeah. So his first credits on IMDb are Rick and Morty, and I was going to comment on that because I swear every time we say an MCU director is like, or being written by someone, I swear Rick and Morty is always like their first.
It's happened before, hasn't it?
Yeah. So it's like, that's just the ultimate incubator for Hollywood writers nowadays, Rick and Morty, which makes sense. Like people really love that show. So it's very
a good show.
Written. Yeah.
Explain
some of the comedy.
I mean, I'm excited for it. It's kind of like, Russo Brothers did a couple MCU movies and then just went on to do Infinity War and then Endgame. So it's kind of like they're just getting a guy they know.
Russo Brothers did Civil War and Winter Soldier.
They did much better
movies.
Actually, I'll be honest, I don't love Civil War as much, but
that's crazy.
It's just my I know. It's just my
at least they're bringing someone competent and with experience. That's what I'm happy about.
That's fair.
Civil War's great.
Civil War's so good.
I'm sure it'll be all right. Like I'm not. It is not something I'm stressed. I've seen like a billion TikToks about which that's the like shittiest app ever to get like actual opinions from people. But just a billion about how like he's gonna suck and ruin the MCU and how everything sucks and God has left us. But it doesn't matter. It'll be all right. And then this is I fully believe this is not going to happen. But a new Spawn movie is in development starring, it's supposed to star Jamie Foxx. It appears that Scott Silver, Malcolm Spellman, and Matthew Mixon are set to write this movie. Have you guys seen the original Spawn?
I'm sure I watched that as a kid, and even then I knew that was a bad film.
So bad.
The same one. The really bad superhero film.
It's just such a difficult screenplay to like translate to a movie. Like you can't do it. It can't be.
I've read about.
I think this is going to get the Gambit effect. Do you guys know what like happened with Gambit? Like,
didn't they like greenlight a movie after Wolverine or something?
Channing Tatum was going to play Gambit. Like Fox had it all in plans as soon as Disney. It was in like development hell forever. Channing Tatum like really wanted to play this character. As soon as Disney bought Fox, they said we're not doing that because that's stupid as hell. So. I fully believe this thing won't happen, but who knows? They signed some writers, so maybe. And I guess Jamie Foxx is going to be in it, so which is good. The Spawn is the worst comic book movie I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
It's a 1 out of 100.
Oh my god!
It is a 1 out of 100. It's horrible.
You've seen a lot as well, so that's
you've seen.
It's worse than Catwoman. It's worse than
Is it worse than Electra?
It's worse than Elektra. It's worse than Daredevil. It's worse than the Shaq Steel movie. It's worse than. There's one more that the Supergirl movie back. It's so bad.
Oh,
man.
The Supergirl movie,
dude. It's so bad. It's bottom. It's 1 out of 100.
Yeah, but if Marvel doesn't pick it up, Netflix will.
They might, dude. Honestly, they might.
Elektra and Daredevil don't deserve to be in the conversation with like Catwoman. Like those are bad movies, but there's a different tier there.
I mean, they're like.
I rated Elektra Daredevil by like 0.1, but
I think Elektra's terrible.
Elektra, I have.
No, they're bad movies. I have
Daredevil, I have it like a 20.
Catwoman's a 2 out of or 0.2 out of 10 for me. So 2 out of 100.
Is that the one? I mean, no, it's a 2.
Catwoman's
Catwoman's a 2 out of 100 for me. So 0.2 out of 10, whatever. But I still think Spawn's worse. Like it's so bad.
Is Catwoman the Halle Berry one?
It's the very horny
epic basketball scene.
That whole basketball. That's got to be the worst scene in cinematic history.
Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. Don't get me wrong.
Bad.
Spawn, I stand by is worse. I watched. Fun fact: I watched Spawn in a discount tire while I was getting I ran over a nail and then had to get my tire like changed. Watched the whole Spawn movie. Was there for like an hour and a half or however long. Sucked. But I'm done with that stupid movie.
Sounds like a bad day.
It's a tough
really
day, man. It really is.
That's Cam's origin story for villains.
Villain arc.
Honestly, it might be. It very well could be. Just kind of news, really not news. Charlie Cox returned this week as Daredevil, and it was great. George had a nice tweet the night before about them ruining it, about them how they're gonna ruin Daredevil, and I replied with old man yells at cloud. But it was a good return in my opinion. I think George didn't like the CGI of it, which is fair.
Okay, allow me to explain myself, please.
Yeah, you're fine.
I thought the way the character was written, I'll eat my tongue. I was wrong. I think for what we got in the 10 minutes of screen time that he was there, I thought it was fine. I could have done without the "my ass has remained unwhooped" line. Did not need to add that in. Absolutely not. Mainly because he opens so strong as Daredevil with what was the line he says? Like, you shouldn't be here or something? Or you should go home.
Yeah, you should back off with the fucking Daredevil thing. Bro, that's such a good thing. Oh my God,
too,
man.
And his voice was so deep. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
I just wish they kept the practice. And obviously, it's a She-Hulk show. You can't practically expect She-Hulk and make everything you need for that type of story practical. But I wish they kept some of the acrobatics practical. It looked so fake, like when the pavement was splitting and he caught the pavement and flipped up. I was like, that's not a person. Like, that's a CGI character. It just looked so fake.
It's also a blind man who can hear a heartbeat.
Okay, bro. But all in all, I didn't mind his return. I'm still holding my breath for Born Again.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's fine.
I have a question. Obviously, I've not watched She-Hulk because I would. But obviously, the trailer, the CGI was pretty awful. Has it actually continued like that in the show itself?
I think it's got its moments and it's got its bad moments.
Like bad.
So in this last episode, there's been parts where she is walking like into her office and it looks like a sim character walking. I mean, it's the clip that goes around. Like it's not good, but they like, it's weird where they spent their money because they've made it look good. Like when in this past episode with Daredevil, at the very end, she attends a gala. And like it's her as She-Hulk in a dress, and it looks really good actually. Like I was watching and I'm like, this looks like if She-Hulk were a person, it looks good. So it's like weird that they're
not like neglected the simplicity kind of things, like walking into an office and stuff like that.
I think so. Yeah, they did neglect it there, but then later they choose to use it when she's walking into the gala, which is just, where they picked and choose their money.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single episode of She-Hulk, not because I'm like boycotting the show or I'm like, ooh, She-Hulk's a woman. It's just like, I'm just not interested right now, so I'm just not watching it. But I love the TikTok discourse is so fun to follow. Like I know nothing about the show, but just following on TikTok is so funny. I love Soup's video this week when he was reacting to the hallway scene. He was so hyped. He's like, oh, we're getting a Daredevil hallway scene. And he was going crazy. And then She-Hulk just drops in and kills all the guys. He's like, oh, okay.
No, so there was a hallway scene, and I was fine with that. So that was kind of like the second, like, hey, we're about to get a hallway scene, but they actually gave us a real hallway scene, and people would have been real mad if I thought there was going to be some kind of joke where he like a door opens and then he kicks someone out of the door and someone goes flying and then he beats I thought they like hold on it for 10 seconds, like this door opening, I really thought he was going to walk out and be like, hi, what's up? Or whatever. And that I would have been like, hey, fuck this up. They've really messed this one up. But no, they have them like kick him out. And then, the like second time they like pause and there's like about to be a fight. She-Hulk drops down and just like beats the shit out of everyone because she could.
I actually like that part.
I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, like that's like it's like the difference of abilities.
Yeah, and also like it's a She-Hulk show. Like we got like the quick hallway scene with Daredevil. Like they didn't want to spend too much time on him, so I didn't mind when She-Hulk dropped down. And I was expecting her to drop in way earlier and help him out. Honestly,
yeah. I mean, that's fair. Matt Murdock got that dog in him, though.
Both sides of the discourse have just been so fun to follow, though. Like, the haters and, like, the defenders. People were mad. Recently, I just saw a lot of clips. People were mad when Jen wasn't in the She-Hulk mode. She got punched in the face, and they're like, she would have died from this. She would have not survived. And then people are, like, stitching it. And people are stitching it and showing Bruce Banner and Ragnarok falling from the sky when he's not Hulk and just landing and surviving. People are like, well, how come he survives then? Just like both sides. It's just so fun as someone who has no skin in the game to just see people fighting on the internet. It makes my day every day. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't posted about it like after episode 3 because I'm a defender of it, but one too many death threats. But I think I actually only got like one, but I was just like, I don't care anymore. I like it. I like everything Marvel though, so who cares? And then this week we got a new trailer for Black Panther. It doesn't really.
Excuse me.
Yo,
No, we're not cutting out. Keeping that. You just moved to New Jersey real quick for that.
Yeah, sorry. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I was reading Wakanda too early. So yeah, we got a new trailer for that. I'm really excited for it. I think it looks good. What do you guys think?
I watched Black Panther.
Oh yeah, you did.
Finally. And
I liked it. I thought it was I'm excited for the second one.
What did you not like about it? I feel like you didn't like some parts.
Yeah, cool. So very over the top at times. The dialogue was incredibly cringy, but that might just be Marvel. Who knows?
It's Marvel.
Specifically, Killmonger. Some of his lines were just like, oh. Come on. I don't think the story. No, I liked his scenes. Like his action scenes were great, and I like Michael B. Jordan. Like, how can a man be that handsome?
We talked about this. Dude, so
but like
looking.
the music, the set design, the costume design, fantastic. I really get why everyone values it so highly. Story wasn't like revolutionary, but it didn't need to be. It probably landed in my easily in my top 10 so far, and I think I've watched like 23. So like maybe 7th or 8th. I think it was
you through 23. How many you got left? How many do we have now?
Can't be through 23.
The next one is Ant-Man and the Wasp. But then
he said he's watched all the Spider-Man, all the Avengers before starting. So I mean, he's not going to watch Hulk. He said
no need.
I might watch Hulk.
Yeah, you might as well.
I enjoy it. I'm
some people actually told me to watch that.
It's weird that Seth. I think you'll like the Incredible Hulk more than most.
Because Edward Norton's in it, or is it just in general?
It's because it's not. It doesn't fall into the MCU formula. You're not going to get ripped with. Yeah, you're not going to get ripped with Marvel jokes. It's like it's got.
It was early on. It was early on before they made this Marvel formula.
You say that though, but like whenever I do a Marvel review on TikTok, people like comment, or like a review on Letterboxd, people will comment like, "Wow, Seth actually liked a Marvel movie." I have genuinely only really just despised one film. And every other film has been average or above average. I've liked a lot of the Marvel films. I haven't got anything against MCU. So I don't know, man. Like, I probably would enjoy it. I think I'm enjoying it at the moment, and Black Panther made me excited for the second one and how they're going to go with it. But
the second trailer is, and
it was great.
Throwing aside the fact that Marvel gives away way too much in every trailer they drop, I think that was one of the better trailers they've ever put out.
I don't know if they do.
Oh, stop!
They do.
I think you're. I think you're.
They do.
So I think you're talking.
God.
You're talking Sony. You're talking Sony and Fox do.
No, I'm talking Marvel. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's
Spider-Man should have never been in the Civil War trailer.
Never.
That was the dumbest decision ever.
Never.
I argue it probably made a lot more money, so it's probably a good decision. But I mean, I'm just saying.
You probably want higher taxes so that politicians can make more money too.
No.
Oh. Yeah, they should not have shown Shuri at the end of that. They should have kept it ominous.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, the big takeaways from the trailer, you get a lot of Namor. Get like Shuri is basically, God, I can't speak today. Shuri is basically like confirmed as the next Black Panther. I think M'Baku's going to be like next king of Wakanda, but like Shuri's going to be the Black Panther. It's going to like be a split role thing. And then at the start, George like kind of confirms they're having a funeral for Chadwick's. So which they should just pay homage.
Yeah, you have
move on. Yeah. So that's really all the comic book news. And I tried to really add some more, but nothing this week. So you know me, I had to. You know me.